Okay, let's review the trade. So make it bigger. Okay, so out the gate, I'm gonna play it on speed, a little faster speed. So out the gate, I know that London made the high of the day. So the gate. I understand London session made the high of the day. So typically knowing that if London makes the high of the day, then more than likely New York session will be a continuation until it hits a higher time frame PDRA in form of the daily, weekly, or even the 4 hour. So my analysis is I'm leaning towards shorts. Now there is longs where you can possibly figure out or see a potential long, but I'm looking for shorts in my opinion. Cool. I'm just writing down some things, but I'm still looking at price. So we have news today. At I think it was 9:45 and 10 a.m. and I had a thought process. So you guys don't see, but I do have a laptop, and I open up my laptop, and I typically have my levels on my laptop. Sometimes you'll see it on here, sometimes you won't. So I had ideas of framing shorts. Let me pop up my laptop real quick. And then price is my target. That's funny. But it's good that I had the correct direction of the market, so I'm proud of that. Okay, so here I'm just more looking at that 1 minute because we were entering, let me see, 146. I was looking at that 1 minute just because we had hit 146. We had took out Friday's low. So there's times where I could ideally frame a long, but I was leaning towards the continuation of the New York session. And plus price didn't really show me anything of being very aggressive going long. Like I didn't see a very aggressive expansion. So I just kind of was like, I don't feel in price that we want to go long. Regardless of this wick right here. Regardless of this wick you see right here, I still don't believe that we're just going long. So on the 5 minute, it can kind of look like, okay, we're showing a lot of strength in a sense, but in the 1 minute, it was definitely, I would say, just chop in a sense. Like, it looked like it was going long on the 5 minute, but in 1 minute, it was very like up down. Like the up close candles were closing like very weak as it was going up. So I'm taking notes like, wow, so I might be like very quiet. There were other ideas of going short that I think I was thinking about. If we close on this 1 hour and somehow we get back up here to this bearish order block, I was going to take it short and put my stop at the at the close, excuse me, and just see what happens. So I had other ideas of going short. And look at this. When you look at this, you can tell like, hey, this, I don't like this. If we're going long, I want to see something. I want to see it expand. I don't want to see it drop back down whatsoever. I want to see it expand and then see if it supports this 5 minute fair value gap. And if it does, there's a possible chance that we maybe can run higher. But the likelihood of running higher without hitting a higher time frame P array, that's not going to make me want to look for longs. So seeing this, so right here is the setup. This is what I missed. Well, you'll see it. This is what I missed. So let me write in my notes. When did the setup occur? The setup occurred the setup occurred right after the setup occurred in the macro. So once again, I'm writing kind of in my notes. We are inside the macro. But we also have news at 10 a.m. So for me, like, I'll take a trade prior to news, especially if I think it's something that's of course high probability to me. I'll take the trade and live with it. I'll take the trade and live with it because I just understand that I can close it before 9:59 or 10 o'clock. I can just close it and whatever happens, right? Because there's sometimes where price makes the move, makes your setup prior to 10 a.m. or prior to news. So, that's the setup right here, and it happened in the macro. And look at it. there is a swing high right here. Price drops down, right? It drops down and it takes out the Friday low, runs higher, right? It's all inside the daily volume imbalance, right? Because I was looking for the daily volume imbalance to show like resistance, and then it just goes lower. So we have a swing high, we have sell side taken, runs up, takes out buy side. I think people are going long. Why? Because it took out Friday's low. But London session is typically a continuation, right? So I'm monitoring what I was trying to monitor. I was trying to monitor the daily imbalance, and I was trying to see, was that going to be a use of going long, right? Because we hit a higher time frame PDRA within the New York Open. So my thoughts are, okay, this is what is very important in this situation, because if we can run, then we can possibly go higher. But if you look at the candles, like I'm saying, they look very choppy. They don't look like they want to go higher whatsoever. They're just, it's not any bold candles, like red candles. So seeing those things, right? Things in price, right? Sell side liquidity, buy side liquidity taken. Now it's the stage to run lower. In my opinion, how I'm looking at price. I'm looking at price currently right now, and it's about to hit my target for today. So I was trading the correct direction. It's just my entry is bad. So that's just something you gotta take under the chin sometimes. During the macro, I was looking at the daily volume imbalance to see if that was going to make a market reversal. So like I said, I was looking at the daily volume imbalance, right, to see if that was going to be a level of a market reversal. But why it wasn't a market reversal, it was the characteristics of price. So when I say the characteristics of price, I'm looking at the candlesticks and seeing how they're closing. I was looking at the candlesticks and how they were closing. No big bold candles. It was a lot of wick candles. So when I see a lot of wicking in price, oh yeah, it's gonna hit my target. Dang, it's all good though. I'm getting closer and closer. That's how I just said. So as price I'll just put it. So now I'm understanding, okay, look, that is market structure shift right here. So we have a small fair value gap right here. Now I was very kind of nervous because just because I knew, well, honestly, I missed the entry. Like, just to be real, I missed the entry. I should have took it there, and I should have took my stops up here at the swing high. I missed the entry, and then you'll see me drop down to the 30-second and get into the fair value gap. So I'm thinking, like, my reasoning of getting in is there. Like, it's not nothing BS or anything. It's very there. It's very logical. I see all this. So look, we have the London session is usually typically a continuation, or it can be a reversal. It can be a reversal if it hits a higher time frame PD array, right? At a certain time. So we're in the New York kill zone. The New York open, we had literally just opened, like what, 20 minutes? 23 minutes? So I'm watching this PD array, which is the volume imbalance, like a daily volume balance, when you click the set button. So I'm looking at it because I'm like, okay, cool, like there's a chance it's the correct time, right? But I'm looking at the wicks and how it's going up. It's wicking down, wicking down, wicking down, wicking down, big candles down, right? So there's more bold red big candles than there's very extremely bold up close candles. So we have buy side, right? Ran trip traders to go long. Market structure shift right here, swing low, boom, fair value gap. I wanted to take it, and you'll see, once I see it close aggressively down, I should have just took it then. Once it closed right there, when it started right here, I should have took it. You see me trying to drop down into the 30-second. Like, you see me trying to, he like, okay, I'm like, okay, I'm finna drop down to the 30-second because I know that this is probably going to either run prior to news, and my target is very close. So you see I miss it. Boom. Okay, I'm going to just get into the first fair value gap, or technically the second. It's really the second fair value gap. So in reality, I should have gotten here instead of here. So this is honestly, it's just a mistrade. It's just a mistrade. You see me trying to get in, like, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get in because I know we're about to hit news, and news can just sink it, right? Or it can sink prior to news. So look, you see my hand on the button. As soon as it bing, I'm in. Stop up here, because I don't think it's gonna go back up here. I think this is more of like a consolidation. This is the breakaway gap. So now I'm just looking like, okay, cool. We're about to just sink it. And that right here, that would have been my first partial, like right here. So I don't know why I did that. Okay. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go take a full pull, and then it runs me up. But I should have probably re-entered here at the top and put my sell stop right here and my buy stop right here, and then just be done with it, because it would have never hit. It looks like. So let me. They were closing. No big candles. There's a lot of wick candles. So my notes, I was leaning on shorts today at 9:51 mark. We are inside the macro, but we also have news at 10 a.m. during the macro. I was looking at the daily volume balance to see if that was going to make a market reversal. Why it wasn't a market reversal? Because characteristic of the price. I was looking at the candlesticks and how they were closing. No big bold candles. It was a lot of wick candles. Also, price ran by side liquidity swing high. Then broke lower for a market structure shift, bearish. The setup for the trade was there, just didn't execute the trade at the right time. You can say I chased price. I chased price instead of just taking the trade and living with it. So the model was boom, swing high, drop down, consolidated, ran up higher, trip people in, ran down, boom, boom. Buy stops. FEG. All inside a higher time frame PD array. So then, okay, I got my reads on. So then, of course, I want to go long here because I see that wick right here. So I'm like, okay, mean threshold of the wick, and it should just run and pop down prior to news. I like what I seen. Boom, it's driving down. It's getting there. Yeah, it just didn't really deliver to my liking. Just didn't work out. Closed the trade. Knew it was definitely close the trade. Just stop it before it hits my stop. People calling me. Yeah, it hit my stop and I got stopped out. What I shouldn't have done was open more risk. I should have just kept it right there and I should just live with it. I should just live with the loss. And it's cool. It's alright to live with a loss. It's alright to feel like you failed. Even though your trade idea didn't plan, it's okay. It's okay to come back. Just come back the next day and just see what you can do. See what you can work with. So for me, looking at price now, this was an easy, if I would have got in correctly, this would have been an easy $1,500 day. What is this? But yeah, news, since it hits one of my targets and I would have took a partial off there, then I would have probably, more than likely, I would have been straight for the day actually. Other than that, looking at price, let's look at price real quick. Let's look at price. You see, y'all can't see my screen. Tell me y'all can't see my screen the whole entire time. Come on. Come on. So looking, at price, look, price ends up hitting my target, and this is my target order block, and price should actually possibly could actually go long from here. It can if it wants to, but of course you would just have to wait for time and just see if price can move with time. It could go long right here, touch the bottom of this and just be done for today. But here's the setup right here. Here's the setup that I missed. Buy side liquidity. So all this was in the daily volume imbalance right here. The daily volume imbalance right here that I was going to utilize for it to look like support and then go short. Let's move some of these. Kind of got confused for a second. So I was going to use this higher time PDRA, and I was trying to see if certain things in price was telling me, okay, we're going to go higher, right? Because we were in the New York open session, and price can reverse. At the New York open session, once it hits a discount PDRA. So I was looking to see things in price of this discount PDRA. Well, now I see it. Discount PDRA of going long. But now that I look right here, we have even more confluence of price wanting to go short. Because look at the bodies. The bodies are holding inside the daily volume imbalance. So we have buy side right here, ran out. Market structure shift, bearish right here. Fair value gap, boom, right here. And just think about, like, my target was right here. So from a target standpoint, of course, I had 3 contracts, and from, it's probably gonna go long. But from a target standpoint, I had 3 contracts on right here. My sell stop, my stop loss would have been right there, and then so easily a possibly $1,300-$1,400 day, easy. But you live, you learn. Of course, when you look at things like that, what is that, like a you see the ratio. There's no need to speak about it. But that's what I was aiming for. I would have definitely probably took one partial here, though. I would have took a partial here at this 4-hour fair value gap. But I wasn't too much worried about it because on the higher time frame of things, I just wasn't too much. Let me go to 4 because we can't see it from here. We had this gap down right here. And then we had a gap up. So I was looking at this as more of something like balance. So I wasn't too much worried about it bouncing up and going higher. I was just thinking more of, okay, there's a chance it might bounce because it's a 4-hour PDRA, but ultimately it's balanced. So if it got to a certain point, it's just gonna go through. And of course, you see the candles just slide through. So that's it for me. I just want to continue to get better. Like I said, look, down close candle. It's probably gonna send it up here. That's it for me today. Each and every day, I'm just kind of just strive. Like, I'm not profitable. I'm gonna say that. So I would say in live accounts I am, but when it comes to demo, I just don't. Sometimes I don't know. I'm just on like a little losing spree right now, but it's cool. This is my first official year in trading, so I don't really expect too much. But I'm going to stay on the path of just learning, dedicating myself, just doing the best things I can to prepare myself to be better, so I'm not looking at year one as something like, oh, I gotta make 100,000 or I gotta make 10,000 or 5,000. No, I'm not looking at that whatsoever. I'm just looking at just putting the proper foundation down. Once I put the proper foundation down, if it happens, it happens. Like, that's what comes with it, right? But other than that, my next thing. So y'all see me in my live session. You see me review the trade. my next thing and probably last thing I might do is go mark up my charts for the day, and then I'll be pretty much done till tomorrow. I'm very interested in seeing how today closes. I'm very interested in seeing how today closes. So today will give you more insight of like what could possibly happen. But anyways, take care. Have an awesome day and keep God first. Peace.